Hi everyone, my name's Jess and I'm a tutor here at Coding Kids. Welcome to episode 8. In this episode, we'll be talking about variables and data types. A few questions I'm sure you're thinking are, what are variables? What are data types and what are the point of them? And how can we use them in Scratch? First of all, let's talk about what variables are in the context of programming. The best way to think of variables are as containers for information. The point of a variable is to label and store information. We use variables for a couple of reasons. They enable us to reference and manipulate the same data in multiple places in a program. And in a lot of cases, they also make the code more readable. Variables can store a wide variety of different types of information. In lots of languages, when you're defining a variable, you need to tell the computer what type of information your variable is. In other words, we have to state what the data type of our variable is. Is it numerical, that is, a whole number or a decimal, or is it alphanumeric, for example, letters or characters? Variables can only hold one piece of information at a time. If you want to store multiple bits of information in the same label, you'll need to use a list, but we'll talk about what lists are and how to use them in a separate video. Just like the name suggests, variables can be manipulated or changed at different points in a program. This makes it very useful if you want to make something like a scoring system in Scratch. In fact, this is one of the most common uses for variables in Scratch. So how do we create variables? Well, let's have a look. Under the data category in Scratch, you'll find the option to either make a variable or a list. If you click Make a Variable, you can create a new variable. Make sure to give it a meaningful name. If you're writing a complex program, then it can be hard to read or comprehend what's going on if all of your variables are called Variable 1, Variable 2, Variable 3, etc. After you name your variable, you can either create it for all sprites or for this sprite only, which is the sprite that is highlighted in the sprite info pane. Next episode, we'll show you how to use variables in a Scratch project. That's all we have time for today, but let's quickly recap what we've learnt. Variables are like containers. They contain information. This information can be changed or accessed at multiple points in a program. Variables can store many different types of information, or data types. They can store numerical data like numbers, alphanumeric data like letters or characters, or many other types of data. But remember, variables can only store one piece of data at a time. Join us on Sunday for our next episode, where we'll be showing you how to use variables in Scratch. See you then!